Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome again to Virtual Improv. I added a bunch of new graphical stuff this week. It's gonna look so different. We got a soundboard now. We got like little sound effects. Y'all ready for that? It's gonna be crazy. And we also got some more surprises, some new games. So without further ado, let's get started and meet everybody who's playing tonight. Oh, that's not what you weren't supposed to see that. That was too soon. Hello, everybody. Here's everybody. Look, we don't have the gold frames anymore. Everyone's got little rounded edges. That's say hello. All right, so we're going from top to bottom, left to right. We've got Shruti in the top left corner, Juliet in the middle there, Rob top right, Danny P just above me, Meg in the middle, Dewey over there on the right, Liz to my right here, and then Mike Laderman. So... we're going to get started. We're going to, a lot of fun times, a lot of fun games to play tonight. So without further ado, we're going to get started with one we've done a couple times before called Press Conference. Right now, Dewey is going to be leading a press conference on a very serious topic. We have a few suggestions in the feed, so I think we're going to go with something from Senny. And this is going to be a press conference about pineapples. So without further ado, Dewey, take it away.
Actually, I'm going to be taking over this one. Dewey's been fired due to his irateness dealing with pineapples.
I'm a really good host, guys. Just so you know, I'm really good at hosting.
This is it. What we're going to do now, thank you all for coming. We have many news outlets here talking about Doe Fruit Company and coming out with our new pineapple upside down cake cups. Would love to take questions about that. Would love to not take any questions about why there has been a roaming pack of dogs coming around the plant, eating all of the stone fruits that we had imported from Eastern Europe. So yes, let's talk about the pineapple upside down cake cups and not the roaming pack of fruit-hungry dogs. Yes, sir, Danny.
What are the primary ingredients? I have a follow-up, but what are the primary ingredients of the upside down cake cupcakes?
It is pineapple, wheat flour, sugar, some other preservatives, and just love and care, really.
And for my readers, are any of those known to attract feral dogs?
So again, we don't know that they're feral dogs. They could very well be domesticated, but we don't want to talk about the dog problem that's currently in our West Philadelphia plant. So thank you. Anybody else? Any other questions? Yes, Liz.
Hi, yeah, so really interested in the pineapple cakes. Wondering, do they have any kind of bacon fat in them? Because dogs love bacon.
There's no animal product. They're completely vegetarian. In fact, that's why we wanted to continue this type of product line. Nothing at all. Dewey, yes.
Yeah, are they vegan?
Yes, they're vegan. Yes.
The wolves are vegan?
No, and they're not wolves. We have not heard any stories.
The dogs are vegan because I hear they're eating stone fruit. So I'm wondering if they only eat fruit and vegetables.
I have no idea, sir. I have no idea.
Excuse me, sir. Are you frozen? Mm-hmm. Excuse me, sir. Question?
Yes, Meg.
Yep. All right. So I am a pineapple lover and a dog owner myself. Question: do you know where my dog went? I have not seen my dog. We live near your plant, and just really would like my dog back.
I think based on basic proximity, he could be at the plant, but there's absolutely no way that I can be certain of that.
Can I lure him back with a pineapple upside down cake in a canister?
It could, please buy the cakes. That's all I want to say is please buy the cakes. They're delicious. Yes, Miss Juliet. Yes.
Hi, as you know, I'm a head nurse over at the local hospital, and I just want to say how much we love these cake cups. People are just going absolutely crazy for this, and they're frankly losing their mind. And I wanted to know if that had anything to do with the recent outbreak of rabies and the wolves and.
There's been no talk of wolves around the plants. Whatever dogs are, the rabies problem is huge. It's huge, but we have no idea where that's coming from and why it would be propagating around the city of Philadelphia.
Excuse me. Yes. So my son loves pineapple upside down cupcakes. Wonderful. A lot, but unfortunately he's in the hospital because he was mauled by dogs and he can't eat them anymore. And I would like some answers about what we're doing about the dogs.
Well, I can't speak to that. Animal control, sir. Very sorry for your. We will send your son some free pineapple upside
I
down
would
cakes.
also like my dog back.
I cannot speak to your dog or the other reporter's dog.
I have an
no
update
idea.
on my dog. My dog came back. He was mauled by wild dogs. What are you going to do about that?
The domesticated versus wild dog. People need to neuter their pets. That's all I'm going to kind of say on this.
My dog was mauled by a cupcake.
That I find hard to believe. Yeah. Even if it was happening, the cupcake itself would be vegan and delicious, so it would be a delicious mauling.
Dogs need to know you're planning to neuter them.
This is not. This is.
My dog, Mom.
I'm very sorry that people have lost their dogs. Yes, Mr. Dewey. Yes.
Will you be selling the spare dog genitalia once it is removed?
We will not. We will not. We are not. We are not in the meat packing industry.
Do you know who is?
This.
I'm also interested.
Hey, I'm in the meat packing industry right
Hey.
over
Okay. That was a very good game. Well done. So I just realized something. I really screwed up my hosting twice there because I had this fancy graphic lined up and I didn't use it. Are y'all ready for this? Guys, do you see the production value that I added and I didn't even use it? Oh, well. We have sounds
but
now,
that
Nice.
you just saved the whole thing, man.
Hold up. We have another game for you guys. Coming up next, we are gonna play a sweet game called Take That Back. It's gonna be, hold on. Take that back. The rules. We ask people to take that back, reconsider their commands and choices, things like that. Boom. Starting off, we're gonna have a scene with Dewey and Liz. And they need a one-word suggestion from the audience. We have a couple up there still. Keep them coming, please. We need them all night. The suggestion you guys have is rhino.
Safari's amazing.
What?
The safari, it's amazing.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I have a bit of an ear infection. It's hard for me to hear.
New reason why I can't hear.
Sorry, I tried to get into my ears with some doctor toys earlier. Now they're all in there.
New reason.
So I tried to get the water out of my ear by putting oil in my ear, and now there's a vinaigrette up there.
Oh God, I have been there. You know, sometimes with modern medicine, you gotta take some chances and just try your own solution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, there's Eastern medicine, Western medicine. I think the only medicine that matters is the medicine in here.
I want you to name 3 more kinds of medicine.
Look, there's cough medicine, throat medicine, and ball medicine. But I think the only medicine that matters is here.
Absolutely. I personally like to take every aspect of my health into my own hands. I mean, I haven't been to the doctor in like 10 years.
Really? 10 years?
10 years, you know, and I've been fine. I mean, I had that case of walking pneumonia, but
new illness.
I mean, I had scurvy, but I mean, I had, you know, face blindness, and I didn't even know it.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't
But,
tell
know,
a single person?
No, I mean, it's still not cured. To be honest, you could be a complete stranger right now, even with these binoculars. So.
You know, I once had a bout of space blindness where I couldn't tell what room I was in ever. It just looked like another empty space.
Different kind of blindness.
I once had mace blindness where every time I walked by medieval weaponry, I could only see swords.
Oh, that's very specific.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I just happened to hear you both. I'm a doctor by day and a plumber by night. I do have
Take
this
that back. Different profession by night.
Oh, I'm a doctor by day and then a soul abortionist by night.
Oh, new profession by night.
Oh, I'm a doctor by day and I'm a tiki torch holder by night.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So lots of luau's then?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, have you heard of ear candling? I could put this torch right up your ear.
I would absolutely love that if you could ear candle me.
New reaction ear candling.
Well, I could, but as a socialist, I need to be paid for my work. How much are you going to give me for my earwax?
About 2p.
Sorry, what was that?
2p.
2 B's?
Bees.
Different
Bees?
misunderstanding. Take that back.
So 2 P's?
Take that back.
P?
Different misunderstanding.
2 quamcots.
2 cock rocks?
Cock rocks. Exactly.
Oh, I had a case of that. It was terrible.
They're worth a lot. 2 treatments of ear candling is just half a cock rock.
It's a pretty good
All
deal.
right, you drive a hard bargain, but I'll take it. Stick that baby up there.
Should I turn around for this? This seems very personal.
New reaction,
Well, so you have
Liz.
plausible deniability.
Sorry, what was that, Chris?
New reaction, Liz.
Can I watch?
New reaction.
I just feel so honored to be here. Really.
It would mean the world if you stayed.
Thank you.
Let's get to unzipping.
All right.
All right. All right. That was Take That Back. Thank you very much, guys. That was a wonderful little journey into taking things back. Now, speaking of not taking things back, we're gonna take things forward. What? All right, we're gonna go to the next game. It's a little game I like to call Challenge. How Challenge works is there's gonna be a masterful debate. It's gonna be hosted by Meg, and she's going to lead us in a rousing debate on a topic. And the topic, since we are going to the suggestions here, is ghosts. And once again, keep those one-word suggestions coming. I want verbal diarrhea, guys. I want you to just, the first thing that comes to your mind, no judgment. It doesn't matter. Just say words. It's all right. I mean, just not racist stuff, obviously. Okay, let's go.
All right, I'd like to hear the first argument on the topic of ghosts. Danny.
Ghosts are not real, unfortunately. I would love to believe in ghosts, but we have to be people of science. And the facts are...
Challenge.
Yes, Rob.
There is science around ghosts. It's called poltergeistology.
Disbarred. I don't think that's a real word. Continue, Danny.
If ghosts were to exist, they would have to be made up of matter, correct? And for that...
Challenge.
Yes, Mike.
Ghosts can also be made out of pure energy.
Confirmed. Continue.
So when the Big Bang started, a lot of energy came out of it, and actually that was in the form of ghosts, as we all know. And those ghosts coalesced eventually into stars.
Yes, Juliet, you say challenge.
Challenge. Actually, the first ghosts were made out of antimatter.
Denied. I want to hear more from Mike about this.
So anyway, when the stars formed with the ghosts, they were called spooky stars. And that's kind of where dark matter came from, because like people didn't know about it.
Challenge.
Yes, Dewey.
Bela Lugosi was the first spooky star.
So true. Continue.
Back in the early 1930s, Hollywood started out in its monster movie universe from Universal Studios, starting with films like Dracula, The Wolfman, Frankenstein's Monster, or just Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. There were plenty. And what was fun about
Challenge.
Yes, Liz.
What about Nosferatu?
It's true. He didn't mention Nosferatu. Continue.
Nosferatu's hella creepy. I still get scared by that shit. I don't know who the actor is who plays him, but he's creepy, and he looks like an old man, and he's got like crazy long fingers, and I feel like he was predecessor to Dracula.
Yes, Rob.
Having long fingers isn't creepy. It's a symptom of Marfan's.
So true. Continue.
Marfan syndrome. That's like you could have long extended limbs and people could have heart trouble and heart failure. Also, remember Stretch Armstrong? You could stretch him 4, 5, 6 even feet, and we'd stretch him as far as we could possibly go. Little did I know that he was actually the superhero for people with
challenge
Marfan.
On account of Juliet.
Okay,
challenge. Marfan syndrome is an issue with connective tissue. You cannot stretch people if they have Marfan syndrome. They just have connective tissue issues.
Continue, Juliet. That is very true.
It is very true, and that would be very unethical to stretch people.
We don't
Mark,
stretch
Challenge. It's very ethical to stretch people if they need to stretch.
So true. Mike, continue. Yoga.
So
Great thing.
yeah, so when you go to yoga and you're stretching out, it's really good for your body. And sometimes it's good to have someone kind of just like pull on one arm and pull on the other arm, and really get the full flexion going through your body. And if you don't,
Challenge.
Yes, Danny.
I also want my mind to be stretched.
Go on.
I listen to Pink Floyd every day of my life, and I always do it with a.
challenge.
Yes, Juliet.
There was a time before you listened to Pink Floyd. I am sure the moment you were born, Pink Floyd was not playing.
Go on.
Many of our parents introduced us to our musical choices. We first start off with things like Disney songs, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and it's only in adolescence that we get introduced to classic rock songs. For example, I have a lifelong love of Metallica that I never knew about till I was 12 years old. Before that, I was listening to Britney Spears.
Yes, Dewey.
I couldn't tie my shoes till I was 12 years old.
That's an interesting fact, and I'd like to hear more about it.
Yeah, I was a late learner. A lot of things. Couldn't tie my shoes till I was 12. Couldn't ride a bike till I was 10.
Challenge.
Yeah, Danny?
He's still 12.
Denied. Unless you have evidence. Do you have evidence on this?
Look at his baby face.
He's got a beard, Danny. Denied. Go on, Dewey. Tell us other ways in which that you are, slow.
Yeah. So basically what happens is I just don't realize things until later in life. They kept explaining to me, you put the rabbit through the hole, but there were 3 holes and I kept putting it in the wrong hole. Couldn't ride a bike because
challenge.
Yes, Shruti.
I thought it was you take 2 rabbit ears and loop them around each other.
Challenge.
Yes, Juliet.
Challenge. There is no such thing as a wrong hole.
Oh, accepted. It's true. There are lots of holes. There's a right hole for every situation.
That's right.
Go on.
Wait, challenge. There's
Yes,
that
Mike.
one hole in the golf course where if you hit in there, it goes into the water in mini golf. That's the wrong hole.
Challenge. Some of us go our whole lives trying to feel whole.
I wonder more
Challenge.
about that.
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
Challenge. Many people strive for holiness.
I want to hear more about Dewey's hole in his heart.
Yeah. Some of us struggle to feel whole our whole lives. Not that we're born empty, but as we go through life, what was eventually a full existence is slowly chipped away by the horrors of the world, whether it be personal
Challenge.
relationship.
Yeah, Liz.
We're all born empty, like technically, because like you don't eat when you're in the womb. So your
I'm going to
stomach-
challenge that myself. You absolutely do. That's what the placenta's for.
Challenge. I ate my
That's it.
twin in the womb.
Accepted.
It was a cold, dark night. I looked Jonathan in the eyes. I said, "They're good."
Challenge. My name is Mike.
Accepted. It's true. Your name is Mike.
Anyway, Chris was gnawing on me in the womb, and I was like, I'm not having anything to do with this. So I just jumped right out of there and jumped into some other lady who I call my mother. Anyway, about 25 years later, I was reunited with Chris, and I knew that that was the man who was chewing on me when I was just a little
Challenge.
fetus. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but are you the ghost of the twin that was eaten, proving that ghosts do exist?
Whoa.
And he's gone.
And I think that's it. I think that's our game right there.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Seance the whole time.
That was incredible.
Whew.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Also, I got to ask that Dewey not look at the Twitch stream chat if he can possibly avoid it. Because someone just gave us a suggestion for why are you late later on, so I forgot.
Oh, great.
Yeah, just okay.
I can't even see it.
Perfect. He's blind, everybody. Speaking of blind, you know what's blind? Justice. But who else is blind? Our next game, which is Half-Life. All right, the rules of Half-Life. We're going to do one scene, the same scene, over and over again. And every time we do it half as long until we just do it in 1 second. It's going to be amazing. We start with a minute on the clock. And the suggestion from the audience is penguin. And once again, please keep those suggestions coming and begin.
This obstacle course is in Antarctica.
Dude, this is so cool. I waited my whole life to slide down through Antarctica.
All right, okay, so throw the snowballs.
Slide down on your belly.
Okay.
Make it around the turn. Flip.
Okay. Snowshoe up the glacier.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna puke.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, we gotta eat the snow spaghetti. Here. I only have one fork.
Wait, feed me.
Would you guys like any Parmesan for your snow spaghetti?
Yes,
Please.
always.
That's good.
You're welcome.
Here, you can use it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Now that was a hilarious scene. Now let's see that exact same scene replayed again, however, in half the time. So put 30 seconds on the clock and begin.
Antarctica obstacle course.
Throw the snowballs, quick. Slide down on your belly.
Yes. Snowshoe up the glacier.
Make that turn. Oh, good, the snow spaghetti.
Can I interest you guys in some Parmesan?
You have to say when.
Faster, faster.
Use my fork.
All right. 30 seconds wasn't much of a challenge, and I think they hit all the beats. All right, guys. The same thing in 10 seconds. Ready? Begin.
Obstacle course.
Throw the snowballs. Slide on your belly.
Snowshoe glacier.
Get the spaghetti! Get the spaghetti!
Oh,
Give me spaghetti.
When?
that didn't feel like much of a challenge. So you're going to have to do it again in 1 second. And ready? Begin.
I didn't even turn on my video.
All right, that was amazing, guys. Well done. Well done. Everyone can come back now. That was some fast-paced improv action. Incredibly fast-paced. And we're moving right along through this show. We're already halfway through our games for the night. Actually, more than halfway, because Half-Life is so short. So we're going to have to stretch these out. And I'm just going to stretch it out by just talking a lot right now. And not really talking about anything. So, yeah.
That's
Anyway,
really compelling
Give
content.
the people what they want.
the people want to
That.
hear
We
more
call
about
this
just us and how our lives are doing. No, they don't.
Get comfy.
They want to play the green screen game. All right, guys. We're going to play the green screen game. And I'm going to leave this up on the screen for a little while longer so I can do a little bit of setup. Just to kind of do some setup here. Doing some setup. Setup forever. Gotta set things up and we're doing it together. Do. Setting stuff up. La da da da. I hope you guys like my setup song. I worked really hard on it.
And you should record that as the transition song.
I know, I would. And all the transition music is from Incompetech.com by Kevin MacLeod. He does a lot of really great, what's the word?
Music.
Royalty-free stuff. He's a great dude, and yeah. All
He's
right.
also very involved with his music and letting people have access to it. He has one song that gets blocked on YouTube because someone put it on a video and made it seem like it belonged to a particular artist. So YouTube's algorithm automatically blocks it. And he and his lawyers have been after them for a long time. Anyways, that's a fun fact.
He's a great dude, and he'll respond to your emails. Anyway, now we have a reporter out in the field. The only problem is they don't know what they're reporting on, so they're going to use the help of the guys back in the studio to help them figure it out. Danny's in the field reporting right now, and we go live to the scene.
Well, hello, Danny. It's great to see you out there, out in the big outdoors, feeling some nice, cool air on your hair.
Oh boy. If it's been a hot summer for you, believe me, this is where you want to go to get cooled off a little bit. I'm having a great time out here in the great wide open.
That's right. That's right. It looks like it's about the pressure is building though. The
It is
pressure is
building.
definitely building.
Absolutely. It's kind of like getting like a tightness in your chest. It's so hot. It's just getting tighter and tighter. How are you managing out there, Danny?
Well, I feel a lot of pressure in my life, both from my professional career and from my relationships, but I manage those with doctor prescribed medication.
Does
I know,
your does
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I
Jewel.
forgive you. I forgive you, Janet.
It
And
sounds
I
like you've been
forgive you
taking.
for taking my promotion.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that everybody's being able to work through their office problems. Now, I mean, it's has your doctor ever kind of prescribed? See, oh my gosh, oh goodness, it looks like there's a flurry and a fountain's worth of activity going on. It's just like I'm expecting some seeds to shoot out pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm expecting that too.
When these mushrooms hit the point in their life cycle when they emit their spores, watch out, because you'll see a big explosion.
It's kind of amazing. I mean, the summertime feeling here. I mean, stretching, just the bands that are stretching over this kind of like greenish summertime feeling. That's gotta just give you a great feeling in your own heart as you see the pressure build up on this situation.
Absolutely. I was scared at first. I said, "Whoa, look out, folks. It's gonna blow." But when it did, we were all glad it did.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt when I heard you took my promotion. I was like, my melon is gonna explode. I'm so mad at Danny, but you know what? He's such a great field reporter. So I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Well, I try to relieve some of my stress with medication, but other times I do it the old-fashioned way by exploding watermelons on the 4th of July.
Hey, it's been pretty amazing to watch here, Danny. I mean, the kind of camaraderie with this group of friends just slowly just constricting this summertime melon, watching everybody enjoy themselves until it blows up into their faces.
We don't like to explode those watermelons with fireworks, which one might think is appropriate for the 4th of July. We do it much more slowly and much more painfully for the watermelon by wrapping more and more rubber bands around it until it just splits like my head feels like it's splitting when I get headaches from Janet giving me shit about this promotion.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one out in the field right now about to get.
Well, I'm not the one being extremely unprofessional by even bringing this up, Janet.
Hey, guess who's live right now?
It's pretty amazing to see the way that you two deal with your problems here in such a healthy and sporting way. Gotta love it. Gotta love that summertime fun. And thank you so very much, Danny. I hope everybody out there is having as much fun as you are.
Like I always say, be good people.
And that was a good one. And you got it. Actually, like, you got it pretty quick. And I'm surprised because I didn't know this was the actual thing that worked.
The video is pretty exceptional.
It's amazing to see. All right, we're gonna do a little fixing of the setup here and get us all back to where we belong. Oh yes, we know green screen. Hello, we're back, everybody. My green screen is experiencing some problems with the lighting. I have a lamp. I have some lights. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. All right. So Danny's showing.
You always look good, Chris.
Oh, you always look good, Robbie. So Danny showed his masterful technique on that last one, but how
very impressive.
Will they show equally as good technique on this one? Why are you late? So a kid is late coming home. He's got some excuses for his parents, but you know, he doesn't actually know why he's late and has to kind of guess it. You'll figure it out. It'll be interesting. So right now we're going to ask Dewey to take a little break so we can't hear what we're saying. And we already do have and Dewey's out. So we already do have a suggestion from the audience from Senny. We were going to ask who was Dewey with, where were they, and what were they doing? So For this scene, we're gonna have Meg and Mike are gonna play Dewey's parents, and Dewey's gonna come home, and they're gonna grill him about what he was doing. And the suggestion we got was he was with Dwayne the Rock Johnson at Mount Everest, and he was sledding. Okay, so they're gonna try and get that out of Dewey, or he's gonna try and guess it, and we'll see how this goes. Anyway, let's bring Dewey back in. Hopefully he comes back in.
All right, son. It's 1 a.m. What do you have to say for yourself?
Look, I'm sorry, all right? I was just out.
You were out.
Out?
Yeah, I was out, just driving around, you know?
Well, it seems like you made it pretty far and pretty high up.
Yeah, I went to space. So what?
I mean, that would be pretty impressive. I'd be proud of you, honestly.
I would be proud of my astronaut son. But you're not my astronaut son. No. You're my son.
He's our astronaut son.
Yeah.
All right. I was hanging around in some trees. Okay?
Well, everyone knows there's no trees where you went. It's far too cold. Far too high up.
Fine. I was late because I made a little, no big deal, expedition to the North Pole.
All right.
I know you made a different sort of expedition. And you went way up there. Way up there.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm really worried about you. I hear there's a lot of dead bodies up there, and I don't want my son to see that. My little baby,
I took a trip to heaven. It's for real.
Son,
well, I hope not.
You're killing me. I really hope. Yeah, I hope not.
All right, I hiked Mount Everest.
Yeah, right. You did. You hiked Mount Everest, and we're just very disappointed. We've always told you not to go up Mount Everest. It's really dangerous.
You didn't even bring a Sherpa,
I didn't need a Sherpa. I had, somebody else with me.
Somebody else with you? Yeah.
Well, you know what's also pretty upsetting is what you did while you were there. You weren't just hiking. You were going the other way.
Yeah, I slid down.
Yeah, you slid down. You just slid down extremely fast, dangerously fast.
Yeah, I went bobsledding down Mount Everest. No big deal.
Well, bobsled would be fine. I mean, that's a large. You were just using kid stuff.
I rode a skateboard down Mount Everest.
Wish you rode a skateboard down Mount Everest. Tony Hawk would be really proud of you, but no, you did. You just scooting down on your butt.
Yeah, if you had died, you would have said Rosebud. You know what I mean?
Fine. Before I left, I went up in the attic past all the Christmas presents, which I've seen, and I grabbed a little sled and I sledded all the way down Mount Everest.
I mean, that's definitely what you did. Oh gosh.
You know what? It's not about where you went really, and how you got down, but what really grinds my gears is who you did it with.
You know?
All right, me and Snoop Dogg. We went over.
God, that'd be so cool if you went with Snoop Dogg. No, you didn't. Snoop Dogg. You didn't go Snoop Dogg. You were going with your friend. He was cooking something up bad.
Yeah, he really was.
I went down the sled with Walter White.
No, I mean it smelled a little different. Like we smelled what he was cooking from here.
We could smell what he was cooking.
Fine. I went up a big rock with my sled, and I rode down with a smaller rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
It's so nice that you're honest. Thank you for just coming clean.
Thanks for coming clean.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're not going to be grounded today.
You want to smoke some weed with us?
Yeah.
You guys always want to smoke weed with me. It's boring.
You right here.
You gotta leave me.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Chris is muted. He's saying, wow, that was fun.
I can't hear Chris. I still can't hear Chris.
Oh, no.
He's frozen for me.
Am I?
Now you're good.
Am I frozen now? All right.
All good.
So good.
Guys, I got a shock for you. It's the last game of the night, but it's the game we always play, which is Sex with Me. So, Sex with Me is you just find out what it's like to have sex with us based on some puns. It's fun times, fun puns. So, we kind of went to the well a lot with the chat. We do have a few suggestions left, but I'm going to supplement our suggestions with the Pictionary word generator. And you guys all see my screen right now. Whoops, I just twitched my screen. That was funny. There was nothing on it, but it's okay. Anyway, so to get started, let's do Sex with Me is like a penguin. Or do we? Oh no, we already did penguin. Sex with Me is like a rutabaga. Challenge mode.
Sex with Me is like a rutabaga. What is that?
Sex with Me is like rutabaga. I'm really rooting for you.
Sex with me is like a rutabaga, but I'd rather bang you.
Sex with me is like a rutabaga. I'm rooted, then I'll beg you.
Sex with me is like a rutabaga. Only your grandma really knows what its deal is.
Sex with me is like a rutabaga. I'm gonna put this big tuber in some dirt.
Sex with me is like a shrutabaga. Sex with me is like a rutabaga. I only have eyes for you.
Sex with Me is like a rutabaga. Come check out what I got in my cellar.
Sex with Me is like a rutabaga. Is that dirt or is that like supposed to be there?
Okay.
Sex with Me is like rutabaga. You'll probably turn up somewhere.
Sex with me is like a rutabaga. The rutabaga is also called several other names in different regions. Is a root vegetable that originated as a cross between a cabbage and a turnip. The roots are eaten in a variety
Sex
of
with
ways.
Me is like a rutabaga. You can look up information on it on Wikipedia, I guess.
Okay.
Sex with Me is like Lou Bega.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. Waffles.
Sex with me is like a waffle. You're not really sure if you want to do it or not.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. Very European.
Sex with me is like a waffle, specifically Belgian.
Sex with me is like a waffle. You can get it at most hotels.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. It's very impressive.
Sex with me is like a waffle iron, or you'll be pumping iron.
Sex with me is like Sex with me is like a waffle. I will impregnate your egg. I will fertilize your ego.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. Lego my Mego.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. I'll Lego my ego.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. Ready in 30 seconds.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. Put all your liquids in my nooks and crannies.
Sex with me is like a waffle. You can eat me for dinner on a special occasion.
Sex with me is like a waffle. I'm not done until you turn me over.
Sex with me is like a waffle. I'll pull it out of my freezer.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. If you put too much batter in it, it's going to leak out.
Sex with Me is like a waffle. It's a little more interesting than a pancake. It's got more dimensions.
Sex with Me is like a waffle, but it's just awful.
Sex with me is like a waffle.
Yeah.
It comes out of a box.
Sex with me is like a waffle. You can do it with blueberries, but it's much harder.
Okay, all right. We're
So
going.
wait, sex with me is like a waffle. It'll be a Bisquick.
Okay. Nice. All right, limousine.
Sex with Me is like a limousine. Long.
Sex with me is like a limousine. All your friends can fit inside.
Sex with me is like a limousine full of teenagers once a year.
Sex with me is like a limousine. Nobody knows who's driving.
Sex with Me is like a limousine. One time before prom.
Sex with Me is like a limousine. It seems really impressive, but then once you're inside, it's just like you just drink bottles of water.
Sex with me is like a limousine. You can pay for it once a year with your lawnmower money.
Okay, let's do Christmas. Uh-oh. Sex with me is like Christmas.
Sex with me is like Christmas. Santa came.
Sex with me is like Christmas. I'm going to tear open your box.
Sex with me is like Christmas. It's most appropriate to wrap it up.
Sex with me is like Christmas. I didn't get anything I wanted this year.
Sex with me is like Christmas. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Sex with me is like Christmas. I don't celebrate it.
Sex with me is like Christmas. The only other time it's acceptable for a dirty old man sack to come down your chimney.
Sex with me is like Christmas. I have a naughty list.
Sex with me is like Christmas.
We can do it.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Sex with me is like Christmas. We can do it once at your mom's house and once at your dad's house.
Sex with me is like Christmas. My dad doesn't do it, but my mom does.
Sex with me is like Christmas on your period, and I'm Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, baby.
Sex with me is like Christmas. I'm really into stockings.
Sex with me is like Christmas. You're gonna get plowed. No.
Sex with me is like Christmas. There's going to be an awful playlist just playing in the background nonstop.
Sex with me is like Christmas. You're never going to be able to reindeer me in.
Sex with me is like Christmas. Christ is kind of involved.
Sex with me is like Christmas was originally a pagan holiday.
Sex with me is like Christmas. I celebrate Cyber Monday in a different way. All right. Boogers? Are we doing boogers? It's on there. Boogers it is.
Sex with me is like boogers. Delicious.
Sex with me is like boogers. If it's big enough, I'll eat it.
Sex with me is like boogers. I can get it up my nose. Sex with me is like boogers. You're going to need a tissue.
Sex with me is like boogers. You're gonna need a finger.
Sex with me is like boogers. I dig it.
Sex with me is like boogers. If you're doing it a lot, you know that you're sick.
Sex with me is like boogers. I'm going to get your mom to wipe it up afterwards.
Sex with me is like boogers. You're always one wrong move away from a nosebleed.
Soda. Sex with me is like soda.
Sex with me is like soda. In some places they call it pop.
Sex with me is like soda. You can get it from a vending machine.
Sex with me is like soda. It's your fantasy.
Sex with me is like a soda. Sometimes you open it too quick and it sprays all over your face.
Sex with me is like soda. They banned me in New York because I was too big.
Sex with me is like soda. I haven't had it since quarantine.
Sex with me is like soda. It used to taste a lot better it used to be a lot better when we were using Coke.
Sex with me is like soda. You should avoid it for a healthy lifestyle.
Sex with me is like soda. In the old days, I used to go to a place and a young man would pull my handle.
Sex with me is like soda. It's even good when it's flat.
Sex with me is like soda, and it involves a problematic amount of single-use plastics.
This is a LA specific one, but sex with me is like soda. You can go to Galco's old time soda shop and do it yourself.
Sex with me is like soda. Honey, you're gonna burp.
Sex with me is like soda. I need 2 liters.
Sex with me is like soda. You can do it in the can.
Sex with me is like the calories in soda, completely empty.
Sex with me is like soda. You'll see. You'll owe too.
Sex with me is like soda. Michelle Obama hates it.
Okay. Hamburger.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I just had one tonight.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. It's better in the buns.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. It's rare.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I can't wait to grind up on your meat.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I'll keep asking you if you want cheese.
Sex with me is like a hamburger facilitated by a clown.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I like a little pickle.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. Put it between my buns.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I like them square.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. Rare.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. In and out.
Sex with me is like McDonald's hamburger. I've served millions.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. Mike and Liz just made the same joke about not having sex a lot, so just want to call that out. That was weird.
I'll change what I said and say, well done.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. You know who does it best? Five Guys.
Mm.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. Any more than a handful is a waste.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I relish it.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. It was great before the Wahlbergs got involved.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. Oh, I got the bag all soggy.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I hope you brought condom mints.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I want a full sack afterwards.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. You better catch up.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I usually need a little something on the side.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. I need you to be butcher.
Sex with me like a hamburger. After you take out the little toy, you could put the bag over my head.
Sex with me is like a hamburger. It's gonna suck if you put a condom on it.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Well then, we're on to a really good one. Haggis.
Sex with me is like haggis. It's gonna suck if you put a condom on it.
Sex with me is like haggis, Scottish and disgusting.
Sex with me is like haggis. Yeah, you'll have a full stomach.
Sex with me is like haggis. You won't know what's stuffed in there.
Sex with me is like haggis. You know Scrooge McDuck has enjoyed it at least once.
Sex with me is like haggis. A lot of questionable meat.
Sex with me is like haggis. You can get it at a state fair in Scotland.
Sex with me is like haggis. It's a funny joke, but you do not want to see or eat it.
Sex with me is like haggis. It's a Scottish dish consisting of a sheep or calf's offal mixed with suet, oatmeal, and seasoned with oil.
Sex with me is like haggis. I can look it up on Wikipedia.
Sex with me is like haggis. A haggis.
Sex with me is like haggis. It involves the inside of a sheep.
Oh. Okay. Soap. Sex with me is like soap.
Sex with me is like soap. It won't taste good if you put it in your mouth.
Sex with me is like soap. You can clean animals with it after an oil spill.
Sex with me is like soap. We will lie.
Sex with
Yeah.
me is like soap. If you drop it, something bad's gonna happen.
Sex with me is like soap. You better dial my number for a booty call.
Sex with me is like soap. I said avi no.
Sex with me is like soap. Your grandma smells like it.
Sex with me is like soap. They call me the Irish Spring.
Sex with me is like soap. You're gonna have a real zest for it.
Sex with me is like soap. You're gonna want to do it for 20 seconds.
Sex with me is like soap. Please stop loofing at me.
Sex with me is like soap. Suave.
Sex with me is like soap. If you have the wrong genes, it tastes like cilantro.
Sex with me is like soap. I dispense automatically.
Sex with me is like soap. I'm gonna spit up some white rain.
Sex with me is like soap. It's never in the bathroom when you need it.
Sex with me is like soap. I like the foaming option.
Sex with me is like soap, but it is in the bathtub.
Sex with me is like soap. If you do it with me, you get a Purell.
Sex with me is like a soap. It's very dramatic.
Sex with me is like soap. If it gets in your eyes, it'll sting.
Sex with me is like soap. Soft soap.
Sex with me is like soap. It's gonna irritate all your open wounds.
Sex with me is like soap. Something about like a prison shower. You guys see what I'm like?
No, I don't know. Can you tell me more? I'm like a little unsure.
Juliet to know.
I did, no, but I would also like Danny to explain to me what happens in a prison shower.
Yeah, go
When
on,
you-
Danny. Tell us about that.
When you drop the soap, then you must be careful in picking it up because you are making yourself very vulnerable to people who might want to fornicate with you.
Sex with me is like Danny's stories about prisons. You don't really want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Sex with me is like soap. It's a substance used with water for washing and cleaning, made of a compound of natural oils or fats with sodium hydroxide and other strong alkali.
Oh, yeah. Sex with me is like soap, slippery when wet.
We have one last suggestion from the group. It is Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I will slither in.
Yeah.
All right.
So good.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I want to see what's in your chamber of secrets.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. It's better if we pretend J.K. Rowling is not here.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. You want to check out my Gryffindor?
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I'm the half-chub prince.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. You're gonna need a lot of butter beer for my butterface.
Oh.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. When I cast Accio, you will come.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I'll try to grab your snitch.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter, but it's Wingardium Leviosa.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. This only works if you're 9 3/4.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I got into it a little late in life.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I never finished it.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. Involves a wizard robe and a big wand.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I prefer the books to the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I'm kind of a Horcrux.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I'm not contagious, but I have Hogwarts.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. Harry's all over it.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter, featured in several motion pictures. Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I'm a Death Eater.
Sex with me is like Harry.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. After a few too many times, you're going to ask to ban me.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. At the end, you're going to yell, "You're a wizard!"
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. It's better when you're Sorcerer's Stoned.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. I might accidentally break your wand.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. You're going to want to check out my Neville Longbottom.
Sex with me is like Harry Potter. Please don't ask me about the scar on my forehead.
Unprotected sex with me is like Harry Potter. I'm going to drink from your goblet of fire.
Wow, have we gone to the well too many times? I think we have. All right, so then I think we'll just do a closeout. One last word. I'll pull it off the generator because we're other ones in the list, and it's sunglasses. So everyone just gets one for sunglasses. And to kill time, I will keep vamping and make sound effects until anyone has one who's ready to go. Sunglasses.
I got it.
Mike's got one.
Sex with me is like sunglasses. Ray is banned.
Sex with me is like sunglasses. I put my sunglasses on at night. It's an old song.
Sex
with me is like sunglasses. I don't want you to get blinded by the light.
Sex with me is like sunglasses. A little shady.
Sex with me is like sunglasses. Looks like we're gonna have sex.
Sex with me is like sunglasses. Only douchebags do it on the back of my head.
Sex with Me is like a great 70s song. Come get yourself a cheap pair.
Sex with Me is like sunglasses. I'm into you because you're a sunglass huttie.
Is that everybody? Did we all get one?
Dewey.
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 We do. Do.
We do.
Sex with Me is like sunglasses. My friend has never forgiven me for the time I sat on his.
That was the last joke of the night. We have a couple of honorable mention jokes from the chat, and I will read them now. B. Boozard says, "Sex with Me is like Christmas. I only come once a year." And Brendan also says, "Sex with Me is like haggis. Robbie Burns wrote an ode to it." Nice. Robert Burns. Well, everybody, that is our show for the night. Everybody, say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining us. It was a lot of fun. And we're going to be back again next Friday. More comedy. And if you liked it and you're feeling generous and you can give, in the About section underneath the video, there's a link to Color of Change, which is a great charity. With all the stuff going on in the world right now, it's a good, worthy cause to give to. And anyway, thanks a lot, and have a good night, everybody. Take care.